You know that feeling, right? You really want to speak English more easily, maybe for work, travel, or just, enjoying stuff online. But then life just well, it gets in the way. Time, energy. It's tough. And sometimes it feels like you're just drowning in all the information, trying to find the perfect method. Well, today, in this deep dive, our mission is really to cut through some of that noise. We're going to explore how you can build a simple, but really powerful daily English habit. And we're talking just a few minutes a day. Seriously. The goal here is to train your brain, your ears, your mouth. But without needing a classroom or a textbook or all that pressure, it's more about weaving English into your life, not like setting aside big chunks of time for it.
Exactly. And what we want to lay out for you isn't just, a random list of tips. It's more like a blueprint for changing how your brain actually relates to English. Get ready for some aha moments, hopefully, because you'll see how these tiny, tiny shifts can unlock huge progress, almost without trying. It's about making English feel seamless, like it's just part of your day, right from when you wake up.
Okay, let's unpack that then. Starting right at the beginning of the day. Think about it. How do most of us kick off our mornings? You probably grab your phone, right? Make coffee, check messages. What if we could actually start the English journey right then without adding a single extra minute? Like, for instance, just changing your phone's alarm label to an English phrase. Imagine waking up to good morning, or maybe let's speak English today, or even time to grow. And then, okay, while you're brushing your teeth or just looking in the mirror, try saying three simple English sentences to yourself. Things like, today will be a great day, or I will listen to English, or even just, I am growing, too. Does something that small, does it really make a difference?
That's a really good question. Because, yeah, it does sound almost too simple, maybe. But what's so powerful here isn't just the English words themselves. It's the intentionality behind it. You're basically sending a little signal to your brain first thing. Okay, English is part of my world now. It's not just some task later on. This little cue, it can subtly shift your whole mindset for the day. It primes your brain, makes it more receptive. You're literally forging new connections in there, strengthening those pathways for English. The more you use them, the stronger they get, the faster they get. It's like building a mental superhighway for the language.
A mental superhighway. I like that.
Yeah, it's about setting up that foundational sort of keystone habit that gets you ready for more English later in the day.
Right. Okay. So we've prepped our minds in the morning. Got it. But what about all that, dead time during the day? Commuting, errands. And this is where I think it gets really interesting. Integrating English into movement, into daily activities. We all spend time getting to work or school, running errands. This is prime time you can actually use. The key is basically just listening to English. Think podcasts, YouTube, audiobooks, maybe even easy English videos online. If you're walking somewhere, pocket in your earphones. Cooking, play something in the background. On the bus, maybe choose listening instead of, scrolling endlessly. It feels almost passive, though. Is it still working?
Well, if we connect this back to the bigger picture, the beauty of it is precisely that it can feel passive. But your brain, it's still actively learning.
Absolutely. Think about listening to music, right? You don't need to understand every single lyric to enjoy it or for it to get stuck in your head or just feel familiar.
Yeah, that's true.
Or even better, think about how little kids, infants, absorb their first language. It's not by studying grammar rules, is it?
No, not at all. It's by being totally immersed in this rich soundscape. You're tapping into that same, primal learning mechanism. Your brain is just this amazing pattern-matching machine. So just being exposed to the sounds, the rhythms, the structure of English, even if you're not, consciously breaking down every word, it's incredibly beneficial. It's all about that consistent exposure, building familiarity deep down subconsciously.
That's a great way to think about it. The infant learning idea really makes you reconsider all that wasted time we might have. Okay, now. This next one might sound a bit unconventional, maybe even weird to some people. For a lot of learners, speaking is the biggest hurdle. Shyness is a huge factor. But what if I told you? You don't actually need a conversation partner to practice speaking at all. We're talking about, talking to yourself. Yeah, try it. Just narrate what you're doing. Say things like, now I'm making tea, or time to go outside. Maybe I'll read a book. No. The method is just speak slowly. And if you can, look in a mirror. Watch your mouth move. Does that really help build confidence for when you do talk to other people?
It's a fair question, and yes, it absolutely does translate. It might feel a bit strange at first, sure, but what you're essentially doing is creating this completely safe zone, a space to just experiment with your own voice in English. There's no judgment, right? No pressure. Just you and the language.
Okay.
And this builds what we call psychological safety, just getting comfortable hearing your own voice, forming sentences without that fear of messing up.
Psychological safety, right.
You're building muscle memory for your mouth, for articulation, and crucially, you're overcoming those internal blocks.
Hmm.
Those voices saying, oh, I can't do this. That internal freedom, that feeling of, hey, I can actually see this without anyone judging, that's really the foundation for confident external conversation. It's a vital bridge.
That makes so much sense, building that internal safe space first. Okay, so we've covered listening, speaking to yourself. Let's shift gears a bit. Writing. But let's reframe it, not as, dreaded homework, but as a form of expression, even tiny bits. A really great way to start is with a one-line journal, literally. Just one sentence a day, like, I went to the market, or it rained today, maybe I learned a new word. Simple stuff. Or even easier, your daily to-do list. Just write it in English. Wash clothes, reply to emails, cook dinner. How does something so brief actually help build the skill?
Well, writing short bits daily, even just that single line, it's incredibly effective because it directly feeds into building strong English habits. It reinforces that core idea. Consistency beats intensity every time. It breaks down what can feel like a huge, scary task, writing into these tiny, manageable steps, little wins. Each time you write that sentence or that to-do item, you're engaging a different part of your brain. You're reinforcing vocabulary, basic sentence structure, and you're seeing tangible proof. Like, I did this. It's like putting one small brick in your language wall every single day. Before you know it, you got a structure.
I love that brick analogy. Okay, and we live on our phones, right? So leveraging modern tools for what we could call social English, that seems like a game changer. You can so easily connect with other English learners online now. Think about joining maybe WhatsApp groups or using apps built for language exchange like Tandem or HelloTalk. You can share short voice messages, ask questions, or just read what other people are posting, get a feel for it. And beyond that, you can actually curate your social media feed. Make it a learning place. Follow English creators, teachers, sure, but also storytellers, motivational speakers, anyone interesting. How important is this social piece, even if it's just, say, 5 minutes a day?
Oh, it's huge. It's remarkable how much difference just 5 minutes of social connection in English can make. It shifts your learning from being totally passive to being active, engaged. It builds this sense of community, a purpose around your language journey. You're not alone in it.
Yeah, that's true.
And this constant sort of low-pressure exposure in a real social context, it really speeds up your comfort and fluency. You're seeing English used naturally. Sometimes you get quick feedback. You build connections. It's also the reward part of that habit loop we talk about sometimes. Cue, routine, reward.
Right.
The social interaction itself provides a genuine, satisfying reason to keep doing it, to keep coming back.
That's a great point about the reward. Makes it feel less like a chore, more like connection. Okay, so let's bring the daily routine to a nice close. Ending the day with English. As you're winding down, maybe try silently reflecting on your day in English. Simple phrases work best, like, I learned something today, or my English is getting better. Even just, I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
And maybe, right before you drift off, play a calm English video or a relaxing podcast. Why is this final bit of English exposure so helpful?
The benefit of this nightly ritual is actually quite significant. You're letting English be essentially your final conscious thought of the day. And your brain, it has this amazing ability to consolidate memories, to process information right before and during sleep.
Okay.
It's a really crucial period for memory consolidation. So even just a few minutes of quiet listening or that internal reflection, it can work wonders for embedding the language deeper into your subconscious. It helps those neural connections we talked about, that mental superhighway, helps them strengthen overnight. You're basically giving your brain some light English homework to do while you sleep.
Haha, I like that. Sleep learning, almost. So, wrapping this all up, what does it really mean for you, the listener? The big secret here, the overarching theme, it's simple, but it's so powerful. Consistency. Consistency absolutely beats intensity. You really don't need to find hours every day. You don't. You just need daily practice. Little bits. You don't need perfect grammar right away. Not at all. What you really need is like a few minutes of English each day, a genuine belief you can do it, and a small repeatable habit, something you can stick with. You start to realize you're not just learning English, you're actually living it. Every word you say, every sentence you hear, every little thought you write down, it all brings you closer. It's a journey built brick by brick, right? One small, consistent step after another.
Exactly. And maybe just to leave you with something to think about, consider how this core principle, this consistency beats intensity, how that might apply elsewhere in your life, beyond just language learning. How could embracing these small, repeatable habits transform other challenges? Maybe fitness or your career or even relationships. Could it turn them into seemingly effortless progress too? What new beliefs about yourself, about growth, might emerge from just shifting your approach like this, where small, steady steps lead to really big changes? It's a mindset shift, really, one that goes way beyond language. It can reshape how you approach growth entirely.
That's a fantastic thought to end on. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive today. We really hope you take these ideas and try applying them to your own routine. Keep going, keep speaking, keep listening. You've got this.